Finish it. Send me to Lady Shah's embrace.
She still has answers I need. My parents. Where are they?
So blunt. Have you forgotten all the interrogation techniques I taught you? Where is the finesse?
Answer me!
They are right through that door in the Chamber of Loss, where they have been all along. You saw them many times, only we made you forget. But they didn't forget. They watched as we molded you. They watched, they wept, they bled, often at your hand. It may not be a happy reunion, but it will be a memorable one.
I know. But she's not lying. She made me in her image. Why? Why me? Why all this effort?
Lady Shah commanded me, and I obeyed. I do not question. I merely act as she wills me to. I had an enclave in Waterdeep, you know. Much grander than this. Shah ordered me to raise it. Kill all who followed me. Claim they betrayed me. When in fact, I slew those who showed nothing but loyalty. Shah had me do that. And I did. To cover my tracks. To usher in you.
What are you talking about?
You became my mission. To take a child of Selûne's and turn her over to Lady Shah. To show that all light fades and darkness will prevail in the end. All this was to make you into what the Dark Lady needed you to be. The planning, the training, those deaths in Waterdeep. It was all to groom you to replace me at her right-hand side. And still you threw it away.
I want to see my parents. And I don't care what happens to this one. She's been in my head long enough already. Do what you like. I know you'll choose well.
What are you doing? Come back and finish this yourself. You owe me that.
Let go, Mother. Embrace loss.
I draw near, my lady.
Whatever it takes.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Shah did not come to Viconia's defense. All who bow to her are disposable pawns. In the end, the mission she sent me on was a lie. Same as everything else she ever told me. She sowed her own downfall in trying to take the prism for herself. Had she never sent me, I'd still bow to Shah, none the wiser. My parents are still captive. I need to free them. What am I to do? find my parents. They must be close.
Well, must be another way in. I have such a...
What can I do for you, my friend? I would, but you have so many friends already. Well, in that case, I'm all yours.
What to do?
Keep your distance, darling.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
What now? Hardly a challenge.
Still alive, so that's progress.
I see them. I see my parents. Gods, what's been done to them?
So Shar, and who knows what other gods, fight over the prism like brats over boiled sweets. And it is the mortal realms that suffer. Would that there was a hand big enough to smack them all. Meaning no insult, Oakfather Sylvanus.
Hello, my dear.
Another day, another god trying to make us her playthings. We'll have the whole pantheon interfering with us if we're not careful.
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jan. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone. It's over.
It is not over. You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you try to step away from me, every time you try to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself and for them. Victory. Your victory is but a guttering candle in the dark. Temporary. Inconsequential.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you!
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Shah's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shah will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured. To see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
No, I can't. I came here for them.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was, and still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach, and we'll be at peace.
But I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
Is this truly what you want?
It is what we need. All of us. You were meant to be a guiding light for Selûne's faithful, but they robbed you from us. Now that can be righted, and we can rest.
Help us, Jen. I can let go. Now I've seen your face again.
Goodbye.
Not goodbye. Not even close.
Moonmotes. They bring Selûne's light to dark places and offer guidance to those in need. My parents are watching over me. Let's leave this place. There's nothing more for me here. Shadowheart, still. I can't run away from who I was all this time. Besides, there's something fitting to it. Can't cast a shadow without some light. My parents. I saw them. Spoke to them. And let them go. It's more than I can take in just now. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
Ever will Shar try to twist bonds of love into chains of service. Shadowheart did not let her. I cannot presume to know her parents, or what they suffered. But I know that they were proud, in the end.
Shadowheart's parents are at peace. And so she, it seems.
What Shadowheart did for her parents was a profound act of love. Her courage is... well, it's quite something to behold.
I'm so glad Shadowheart's ordeal is over. It'll be a long time before she'll come to terms with all this, but at least now, she can start. Free of Shar.
It is no small thing to slay one's life-bringers. Shadowheart did what was right, not what was easy.
Unnerving though it is, if we are to face an Elder Brain, we could have no better ally than the Emperor is the reason we have made it this far. You wish to consult me?
Shadowheart's memories will be a heavy load for her to carry. But her suffering is over, and so is her parents'. I hope she finds comfort in that.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am. True. But too much freedom can be frightening. Lonely. And there's a reason why so many are eager to bow. I had my family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand. I remember. But they can't comfort me. They can't give me advice. They can't tell me what I was like as a little girl. carry on. It's all we can do. I'll follow in a while. I think I want to stay here a little longer, firstly. This place isn't familiar, but it's peaceful. Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something? Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shah did restore to me. Memories of pain. Suffering. Both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them. Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it. Shah seeks to break people. To fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. But it won't. I fought too hard to win my freedom. I will not give it up again, no matter how much it hurts. Perhaps. But in the meanwhile, I'll just have to find a way to live with them. Of course. At peace, I think. I couldn't have imagined how things were going to play out. What I'd gain, who I'd lose. But at least I have your support. Fine. What's on your mind?
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jan. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone. It's over.
It is not over. You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you try to step away from me, every time you try to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself. And for them. Victory. Your victory is but a guttering candle in the dark. Temporary. Inconsequential.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you!
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Shah's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shah will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured to see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
No, I can't. I came here for them.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was. And still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach, and we'll be at peace.
I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
But the curse will just have to go on like this. Suffering. just to give up at the final hurdle. We're leaving this place together. I'm going to take care of you.
Our time has passed, Genevieve. You must not let us burden you.
You're no burden. You're my strength. I think I know where my willful side comes from now.
But...
Hush, Arnel. Jen wants her family. Jen shall have her family. How can we help, dear?
Get out of this place as soon as your strength allows. There's a camp. You'll be safe there. Everything that's happened. Shah, my parents. It's almost too much to take in. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
Shar believes us so fearful of pain that we would empty our lives of all other feeling just to escape it. I will admit a petty sort of pleasure in watching Shadowheart make the goddess look ill-equipped.
Credit where it's due. Shadowheart is tenacious and tougher than I expected. Pain can break anyone, but she bore it well and got what she wanted, even if she's damned herself to a lifetime of that same pain.
A privilege to witness such a reunion. Shadowheart deserves to have her family restored, and Shah has taken so much from her already.
Shadowheart looks so happy, doesn't she? She seems, found. In a way she never seen before, even when she was most devoted to Shah. Her folks must be so glad to have her back, and to see who she's become.
Shadowheart's search is concluded. The Night Singer may inflict pain upon her, but never her will.
Unnerving though it is, the Emperor is the reason we...
Shadowheart did what was right, knowing she stood to suffer for it. In so doing, she proved what it means to be a hero.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am. True. But Too much freedom can be frightening. Lonely. And there's a reason why so many are eager to bow. I have my family back. And now I can't even look them in the eye. I don't deserve to be anyone's daughter.
That's not true.
Not even close.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this.
Alive? Free? Feeling? I've dreamt for years of seeing you like this.
Seeing you as yourself again, Jen. It kept us going all this time.
I can't be your Jennifer. Not as you remember her.
Of course you can.
No. I'd be turning my back on too much. Shadowheart is as much part of who I am as Jennifer. I can't just forget her. That's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light. Don't worry. I'm still your daughter. If you want me to be.
I'll call you whatever you like, so long as you're happy. Arnell?
The Moon Maiden guides and helps us find our true selves. Shadowheart. Daughter.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice. Of course. Whole. At last. Thank you for being by my side through all of this. I never realized I could have a true family. Or a true love.
I think things will be better now that we've talked to Shadowheart. Much time was lost, but no more. Now we can be there for our daughter. Old. I was a young woman when they seized me. Arnell and I hoped Jen would be joined by siblings. But that dream's gone now. And there's a stranger in the mirror. But I still have my teeth. That first apple was worth the wait. Now this old lady will be getting in the way in your fine camp, I'm afraid. Don't worry. I shall pull my weight and help how I can. After so long in captivity, it feels good to use my hands again. We are a small family. Smaller than I hoped for. But we are whole again.
I'm starting to feel like my old self again. And Shadowheart, has been able to unbottle some of the feelings that Shah denied to her. A great deal of damage was done to our family, but we can still heal. Of course, only a fool would alienate his child over a name. Shadowheart must determine her own path. That is what the Moon Maiden teaches. Still, I am unused to it. I can only hope she forgives a slip of the tongue now and again, until I adapt. I am. But with Seluna's guidance, I learned how to control the beast long ago. I only let it loose again when my family was threatened. Unfortunately, I was unable to stop what befell us, as neither elf nor wolf. I'm sorry, but what happened in that room, that must stay within the family. Just know that we endured and are grateful for your help. My wife will need care. I wish to find somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. And Shadowheart, too, may wish to join us, perhaps, with her fine paramour at her side, once you've put down this absolute threat together. I've gleaned enough from word around this camp to know you're more than capable. You will prevail.
What's next, I wonder?
Shadowheart, may Seluna guide you as always, my daughter. Better in a sense, but you may need to prepare yourself, daughter. Shah took a great deal from me, and time will eventually take the rest. Sooner than you or your father would like, perhaps. I knew this, even when I first fell for your father. He is destined to outlive me, as are you. Shed no tears. We've been blessed with a second chance, and who is to say how long we'll have? More than I ever hoped for, certainly. We must not live in fear of loss. That is not truly living. Just one. Take care of yourself. I know you have more struggles yet to come out there, but I do not want to lose my daughter so soon after I found her again. Only you can say. It seems your father and I have returned to a world in turmoil, and I sense you have a part to play in righting things. We shall remain here at camp and continue to recover what strength we can. Then, perhaps, when all is said and done, we can be a family again.
Shadowheart. Pardon. It warms my heart to see you. I had promised you we would catch up once I'd rested. Perhaps there's something you wish to ask about? A name is nothing. Your happiness is what matters. Just forgive your father the occasional slip of the tongue. I will adapt, given time. Well, it depends. Do you find yourself more hirsute at certain times? Craving warm flesh? Actually, no. Spare your father the answer to that. I am a lycanthrope, but your mother is not. It was a toss of the coin to determine if you inherited that side of me. If you have not changed after all this time, I believe you're safe. You were to come of age that night, left alone in the woods and using only Seluna's guidance to find your way back to us. But you were not alone in the woods. We caught a Sharan spy near our village and learned that his accomplices sought to abduct you. I had to find you, to bring you home, and I had to do it quickly. In my haste, I made a terrible mistake. I took on my wolf form to cover the ground more quickly, and it worked. I followed your scent and reached you before the Sharans could. But when I found you, you did not see your father rushing to save you. You only saw a wolf hunting you in the darkness. I should have told you of my curse before that night. Then everything would have been different. You panicked, and before I could explain, the Sharans found us. Father and daughter, wolf and prey. They took us both. When I awakened, you were gone, but your mother was with me. They were spiriting us away to the city, hidden and bound. That should have been the day you came of age and into the Moon Maiden's teachings. Instead, the Sharans used us to teach you different lessons. Painful lessons. The Moon Maiden's blessings are many. She taught me to control the curse, but she could not teach me to control my paternal instincts. The failing was mine. Perhaps they did. Ours was a small community, spread thin. We grew complacent, underestimated the depths of Shah's bitterness, the fanaticism of her followers. But perhaps this was always meant to be. Perhaps the Moon Maiden's path was merely longer for you than we knew. Are you sure, Shadowheart? Picking at old wounds may not serve any purpose. Very well. But I shall not wallow in ugly details. That is what they would have wanted. To have let their physical torments live on in our spirits. I will not allow that. They had you use us for practice. All the techniques that the Sharans held pride in. Trickery, interrogation, torture. They even had you, our own daughter, try to convert us. The worst part was not anything you did to us, it is what they had done to you. You didn't recognize us. Those eyes I'd wiped tears from now looked at me like a stranger. I feared I would give in then. But your mother's strength bolstered me. She never gave up calling you daughter, no matter what you said or did. We were still a family in that room, suffering, enduring, but we did not give up. Your mother and I swore we would see the look of recognition in your eyes once again. And we did. Knowing you were out there still was enough to sustain us. And you are stronger than us both, daughter. We merely had to endure. You had to choose your path. One that brought you back to us at last. Both. They marked you before our eyes. They said it would discipline you for straying, while extending our torment also. Not just with the pain, but with the knowledge that every time we felt it, your true self was being punished for trying to break through their indoctrination. Don't be. Knowing you were out there gave us the strength to hold on. And you returned to us, just like you were supposed to all that time ago. Yes. Now you know all that is worth knowing. Let us put this behind us for good. I've heard enough about this absolute threat to understand it cannot be ignored. Your mother and I can wait until you prevail, and I know you will. Beyond that, your mother will need my care, and yours too, if you wish to join us. Somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us, and the moon can watch over us as we sleep.
Still in control. Just...
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Of course.
Just the one? Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.